You came at a good time. There is something you can help me with. According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits. It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. I'm a bit concerned. Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society? Generally speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative emotional effects of being ill. But there might be more to this society than that. I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society. It certainly makes you wonder. The most suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything about it. And that's where you might be able to help. It sounds dangerous, but what I want you to do is actually very simple. Investigate this so-called mutual aid society and find out what exactly they're up to. If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're bringing harm to my patients, I won't just sit on the sidelines. Can I entrust you with this task? You're as considerate as always. This little clinic has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me out, I wouldn't be able to focus on giving them quality care. Good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly when you're back.
You. I've seen you in the clinic. You run errands for Natasha, right? Your cover? What are you talking about? Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up visit, right? What's the use? I'm terminal. Life will be over before I know it. Of course not. I read it in a book. Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly. I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway through. For people in my situation, a follow-up visit is just a waste of time and money. Not to mention medicine. What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. I guess I'm too proud. Are you making fun of me? Have at it. You won't change my mind. Dr. Vache never charged me anything either. Natasha's great, but Vache was always my number one. Natasha's brother? They both used to practice medicine back in Rivertown. I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Bellabog's main hospital wanted him. I have no idea what convinced him to set up down here. A kind heart, maybe. What do you mean? Dr. Vache was a people's doctor. He handed out free medicine. He even followed up with detailed questions on how he felt. The underworld is always short on medical resources. They say that Dr. Vache made all his own medicine himself. You think I don't want to? I heard that he passed away. I should keep my voice down. Don't go telling anyone else about this next bit. I heard that Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vache's death. They say she was jealous that her brother had stolen her patients, so she... It's just something people were saying. I don't think Dr. Natasha could do something like that. Forget I said anything. Since Dr. Natasha sent you over specially, I'll do her a favor. I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later. Bye for now.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues. I should find another patient to talk to.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Everything's muffled. Ah! A follow-up visit. Is that what you're asking about? Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup. But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Even if they could cure me, I'm sure I wouldn't be around for long. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Not for youngsters like yourself. When you get to my time of life, good health is a bit of a luxury, I'm afraid. My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough. Then, one day, he said he needed to take care of some things at the mine. He never came back. He was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. Ah, selfish old fool. I miss him. Now that he's gone, who cares how long I stick around? You're not wrong, I suppose. That girl certainly spares me no effort. But I always feel like I'm a burden to her. Okay, you win. It's off for another follow-up visit with Dr. Natasha, I suppose. Did you want to say something else? My ears are terrible. Virtual who? All right, I heard you. Do you have to shout? No, I've never heard of any mutual aid society.
Avoiding a follow-up visit because of her husband. I should find another patient to talk to.
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient too, or did Dr. Natasha send you over? Who else would care about people like me? I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries and medicine for other people. Huh, so you had a dispute with her. She's the only kind-hearted doctor in the underworld. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic, no real efficacy. She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. In the end, it's the patients who suffer, and she just tires herself out. Miners like me don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking. Did you, know Dr. Vache? His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. You just need to, be willing to, take a little risk. Dr. Vache's medicine is different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse, and the unlucky ones check out early. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. You know why? You're smarter than you look. When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking it all. For people like us, a slow and torturous treatment is the same has a death sentence. If it's between that and a quick result, we'll take the latter. Forget it. Why am I telling you all this? Dr. Vache is dead anyway. What? Now you're interested in the wonder medicine? Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine. I can tell you where they trade, but there's a rule. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha, you hear? If you break the rule, you'll face the consequences. Here, take this. It's the address. A final warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next? That patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
Hey, where do you think you're going? Medicine? Oh, you mean Dr. Vache's wonder medicine, right? You're the same as everyone else that comes through here. If you want medicine, you don't need to go any further. You talk to me. And we only take cash. This ain't a charity. The Mutual Aid Society sets the price. It might be different from Dr. Vache and his handouts, but it's a darn sight cheaper than that clinic woman's medicine. Well, are you buying or not? Spit it out. I don't have time for chit-chat. Wait a minute. Your clothes. Are you friends with that doctor woman? I've seen you at the clinic before. I know it. Get lost. Now. If you're a friend of that woman, then you're not welcome here. God. Shop's closed today. No customers.
Wait. What about our medicine? We've been waiting for ages.
Get lost, all of ya. Save your breath and come back some other time.
That medicine seller sure closed up shop in a hurry. I should head back and report to Natasha.
So the Mutual Aid Society found Vache's research results, and now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients? Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid. I'm not surprised. They'll know that I'm completely against them using this wonder medicine. What Vache left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply here. I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along. No wonder they kept the Mutual Aid Society a secret from me. I'm guessing the patients you met weren't exactly singing my praises, which is why you tracked the dealer down and made inquiries first. I don't blame you. After everything you heard, I'm grateful you came back to find me. Your trust is important to me. If you're curious about Vache's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about the effects.
Some people say that Dr. Vache was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it. People's doctor, that's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vache used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine.
The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects. It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. What mattered was having a constant stream of willing lab rats. Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks. That's just how I see it.
The medicine Vache left behind? That stuff. Can you even call it medicine? I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vache had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title doctor. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine. If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vache. My relationship with him. The things he's done in the underworld. It's a long story. I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vache. What do you make of him? I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine. I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine. Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that, I want to ask for your help again.
Who are you? Who? And who am I? Where's my husband? And where's my child? Where are they? You know where they are, right? You don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. Where? Where did they go?
Come over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace. Let me explain. That poor lady. Both her husband and child became ill and passed away. Yes, before her family passed away, she was a carefree young woman. Her husband and child caught a mysterious illness. The symptoms weren't grave, but their livelihood was certainly impacted. In order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they bought some kind of wonder medicine. Who would have thought their condition would deteriorate so rapidly after they began using it? The two began to suffer terribly, such that death then became a blessing. It wasn't long before they departed this world, one after the other. From that moment on, she became as you see her now. If Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her under her wing, well, it doesn't bear thinking about. And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. And they chose to roll the dice. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help her where we can. I just hope that one day she can lead a normal life again.
Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well. Yeah. Be it Vache or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immunity. But his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with the human immune system carries huge risk, and nobody in the overworld was willing to submit themselves to such experiments. As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support the medical effort below ground. Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strive to attain. She brought her brother underground and entrusted him with her clinic and laboratory. I think you know what comes next. Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vache's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment? Thank you. This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine, but it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vache left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Stop right there! No one's allowed up ahead! Oh, playing the hero, are we? Is this a stick-up? Wait a minute, you're that clinic woman's lackey, aren't you? Did you think the Mutual Aid Society didn't have its own intel? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right? Men, look lively and send this idiot packing already!
Nap time.
Hit! Lance! Forward!
Who's next? A sharp scythe needs targets.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider. I didn't take you for a bandit and a thief. You listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many of our members. Are you sure you want to deprive them of that? Those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you. The underworld is full of sickness. What would happen if we left it all to that clinic to treat? My mutual aid society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't she be thanking me? Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operations, aren't you? Fine, seeing as you came all this way, it'd be rude not to give you the opportunity. Men, seize the medicine thief!
Don't disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you? Why are you taking away our moneymaker?
Moneymaker? So you admit it then? You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble already.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later. I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way, I must eradicate any and all threats to them.
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness. How could you possibly pull it off?
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, I would sacrifice food and sleep to treat them. The debt that Vache owes to the underworld rests with me. All I can do is help everyone to the best of my ability. To the very end.
So stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your crazy brother.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Your actions today have saved many underworld families. I'll find a way to dispose of Vache's leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack cure, they'll be out of luck. Let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
Uh-oh. It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha. Let's hear what they're saying.
What are you saying, Doctor? The wonder medicine is out of supply?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire has cut off the supply chain. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicines will only worsen your condition.
Rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're just jealous you lost your patients.
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha like that? Where are your manners?
Ma'am, please think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working fine for us, and now it's gone because she wants it to be? How can she?
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my judgment. I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surface. I almost forgot that you were an overworld big shot.
Have some respect for Dr. Natasha.
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. If not, I'll tell everyone about how she set up Dr. Vache. I'm out of here.
Oh, you're here. I apologize. That must have made for uncomfortable viewing. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. If I were in his shoes, I might well have had the same reaction. Now I need to focus on treating the patients and dispelling their doubts. Let's leave it for now. I'll feel a lot better once I've gotten rid of this mess that Vache left us. Now's as good a time as any to tell you Vache's whole story. If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate to ask. No, but I used to think we were so close that we may as well have been. I actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't until I was adopted by an overworld family that life changed for me. My adoptive mother always saw me as her own flesh and blood, and Vache loved me like a sister. That is, while we were still young. My adoptive parents belonged to a prominent medical family. As kids, we were exposed to all kinds of medical texts. When we were older, both of us got straight into Belobog's medical school. We were on a path into the medical profession. He was gentle and introverted. But when it came to work, he could be absurdly obsessive, like a completely different person. Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd bite my head off. And then a while later, he'd apologize and comfort me. He was conflicted in that way. I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I was shocked when you told me. If you fail to make a clean break with the past creeps up on you. That's a long story. Ever since he was little, Vache had always wanted to develop a medicine called blizzard immunity. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded, people would be able to leave Belobog and rebuild their homes in the snow plains. I do admire his vision and perseverance, even though blizzard immunity always seemed unachievable to me. I knew his research in the overworld wasn't going well. I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage for a while. I thought it might help take his mind off his research. But I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. It changed him in a terrible way. During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, their bodies reacted differently to hot and cold. And that fascinated Vache. He began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immunity. Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vache made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term, a convenient way for him to observe changes in his test subjects. But behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong, his terrible research had already turned him into a madman. I trusted Vache with all my heart. Funny, isn't it? And pathetic. When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg discussing how to handle the aftermath. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to handle Vache. In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld. Had his victims found out the truth, Vache would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was young and weak at the time. Oleg must have worried about how I'd react to such a scenario, or he wouldn't have suggested banishment. I hope so. The day I learned the truth was the day I no longer recognized my brother. Oleg and I took Vache to the overworld. He made his final request to us, to take him outside the city to the snow plains he'd always wanted to conquer. His figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. I've been telling myself that Vache is dead ever since. Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Vache was a terrible brother and a worse doctor. That's all you need to know. Let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here, for your trouble.
If you find any components, can I have them?
Oh, you're here already. Sorry to keep you waiting. Madame Yukong is expecting you.
Are you not coming?
I've brought the Madame Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Yes, madam.
Report the losses to General Jing Yuan and find someone from the Divination Commission. I can't just stand there watching while we deal with this mess. Greetings, guests from the Astral Express. Ting Yun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my responsibilities. But since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Luofu, I thought I should at least meet you in person and politely decline your proposal. The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion. You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter to concern you. Am I making myself clear?
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained. If we can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space and any individuals affected by the corrosion. We have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters, and we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you as a gesture of respect, but my decision is final.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Luofu. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron? I acquired the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory. The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silverwolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters. What say you in your defense? You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
Don't be too harsh, Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
General Jing Yuan.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all. Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Jing Yuan. I'm the General of the Cloud Knights here on the Luofu.
General, this is an internal affair for the Luofu.
I fully agree with you, Helmmaster Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Luofu, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it. Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you. The Astral Express. I must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its passengers.
It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is?
A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name of Blade. During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for where that transmission was destined, I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have been a misunderstanding. As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron Hunters to sow dissent between us. We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose. Since the Stellaron Hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Luofu, with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control. Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron Hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron Burst. What say you, my astral guests?
What do you think?
Of course you do. You can be strangers and simply walk away. But I feel you wish to help the Xianzhou. The Luofu never fails to reward that which is given.
Okay.
Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search. If there is anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Jing Yuan. I don't know about strange, but my gut tells me something is off. That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade. Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron Hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Why rely on us? The Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron Hunter? Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Jing Yuan spoke to us, provided they even captured him in the first place. Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way of luring the Stellaron Hunters in. That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped. Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive. Are you asking me to divine their true intentions?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident, of that I am almost certain. It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're after.
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your discretion on the matters ahead of us.
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion full time?
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to take the blame. How could I simply walk away and put you at such risk?
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been necessary. Wait, what are you up to exactly? Xingyuan, did you let him escape on purpose?
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The Cloud Knights failed in their duty.
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xinzhou. You were bound to miss something. Thank goodness I'm here. On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the 6 charioteers next convene.
Yes. I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Xuan. There are 3 things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou, the papers on my desk, and the weeds in my garden.
General, Diviner Fu wants the General's position for herself. Everyone knows that.
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. I'll retire when she's achieved a better balance.
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a flash.
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people, especially not a major criminal.
You think I'd lose to Blade?
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work slowly. Besides, we still don't know who's really moving the chess pieces. There is something we must take care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. That something is the Stellaron. How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's predictions? Where is it now?
I say we bring those 2 Stellaron Hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer out of them in no time.
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate is broken. You are my most trusted aide, and there are some things that I would only assign to you. Speaking of which, Yanqing... that boy... I suppose it is my fault. I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stay sheathed forever. My fear is that this might prove too big a setback. Bigger than his exuberance.
Madame Yukong has asked me to look after you. Seems like we were destined to be in each other's company. The Skyfaring Commission has reserved rooms for you at the Petrichor Inn. When you finish your business here, how about some tea together? No. Though I'd appreciate it if you mentioned to Madame Yukong that you got a warm reception from me when you next see her. Better to be busy than idle, I suppose.
Well, here we are. I feel sleepy already. Hey, that's not fair. My eyes are peeled this time. I'll make a run for it the second things go wrong. Jokes aside, did you see Madame Yukong frown at us? I thought her guards were about to jump out of nowhere and throw us in jail. I'd rather deal with monsters than these big shots. I mean, not that Madame Yukong doesn't have her merits.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. But as her subordinate, I have to say that it's Madame Yukong's duty to keep her guard up. The Luofu is facing a crisis, and as head of the Skyfaring Commission, she is responsible for the security of the Xianzhou's customs and borders. She's actually a very reasonable old girl in private. They say that many years ago, Madame Yukong was an ace pilot in the Cloud Knights. She was a work hard, play harder type, known for her hot temper and incredible skill. Eventually, she became the head of the entire commission, which required her to learn patience and adopt a meticulous approach to her work. In any case, Madame Yukong instructed me to reserve the best rooms at the inn and have all your expenses covered. She wants to extend the full courtesy of the Xianzhou so that all of you enjoy your stay to the fullest. She specifically mentioned that if you wish to buy anything at the inn, be it food or otherwise, just let the innkeeper know. The commission will cover the cost.
Why don't you go back yourself? Seeing as our hosts are so thoughtful, I guess we should help ourselves. Right, Mr. Yang?
We should focus on our objective first. Seeing as Helmmaster Yukong was extremely reluctant to get us involved, am I right to speculate that the Skyfaring Commission has some leads on the whereabouts of Kafka?
Exactly right. The suspect is extremely cunning. She encrypted her transmission and timed her communication. We couldn't pinpoint her exact location. But as cunning as she is, the Divination Commission has managed to find something.
Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
Precisely. That's the sound of a device.
Which means what exactly? This is a starship. There are all kinds of devices making weird noises.
Miss March, to the untrained ear, these noises may sound the same, but for the craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission, every machine has a different pitch and melody. The General sent for craftsmen, and they concluded that the sound came from the shipyard facilities in Stargazer Navalia. Now, Get some rest and prepare yourselves for the operation ahead. I look forward to seeing you in action.
Let's take advantage of the rest. It won't be easy to track down Kafka the Stellaron Hunter.
Oh, let's let the Express know how we're doing. More importantly, let's see how Don Hung's doing. Ask him what he's up to. Then tell him we're having loads of fun.
You've been standing here for half an hour. It's rare to see you like this. Are you worried about those two? Welt is with them. They should be fine.
Himiko, did you keep a copy of the Stellaron Hunter's transmission? Can I have a look?
Sure.
Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a Stellaron burst occurred on the Luofu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you Stellaron Hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the end of the universe.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say.
It's simple. That Stellaron has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible.
Stop!
Do you know him?
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, he... If he's on the ship, then Welt, March, and him. Everyone is in grave danger. But...
Is he connected to that past you want to escape?
I can't leave them down there. It's just... I'm afraid my burden has finally caught up with me. And that everyone is about to be drawn in.
Is there anyone who doesn't carry around a past burden? She may not remember it, but even a girl as carefree as March has hers. We tread on a path that is hidden from us. The things we see and the trails we blaze all become our baggage. They weigh us down, but they also give us strength to continue the journey. Try not to dwell on it, Don Hung. The Express spends 7 standard days at each stop. Its passengers are allowed to do as they deem fit during that time. Pom-Pom and I are more than capable of looking after the Express. If there's something you've got to do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line. And you'll come back and travel with us once this is all over, right?
Send the message out. The network is down, but some functions still work. Virtually nothing has changed since I left. Apart from darkness, this place is all that I remember of the Luofu. Too late to repent. Virtually nothing has changed since I left. Apart from darkness, this place is all that I remember of the Luofu.
Stay where you are. I can handle this. Emergencies should be dealt with by professionals.
Fighting is meaningless. No interest in conflict. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Punctured.
You're hurt.
It's okay. Phew. This one's strong, all right.
Sacred of the Saints!
With you two risking your lives for me, could I really stay where I am?
Move carefully. The truth of life and death revealed this sanctuary is but a vision.
Want to see what I can do?
Immortality means forever.
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise, Phoenix! Let me through, or I'll go through you! Dodge this!
Allow me to... Eternal sleep is not the dead will return!
No more playing nice, huh?
Immortality!
Are you two okay? Good. I'm Fu Xuan of the Cloud Knights. I was just transferred here from the Yaoqing. I did tell you to let me handle it. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. What if I accidentally hit you?
Forgive me, miss, but you were too busy being hit yourself. It's a good thing I joined the fray.
I was protecting you more like. It's a Cloud Knight's job to protect others. This area is under martial law. I'm escorting all civilians to safety. Follow me. That was some impressive Cloud Knight spearmanship. Which unit are you from? Huh. Okay, you're a civilian then. Come with me.
Miss Fu Xuan, what exactly has transpired here? In all my trade visits, I've never seen Starskiff Haven in such a state.
I can't comment on that. I was just ordered to rescue the civilians. Actually, I have no idea either. Anyway, you two just need to come with me. Hey, you're pretty quiet. What's your name? I've got forms to fill out. Can't put your name down as blank.
My name is Dan Heng. I'm a traveler. I'm on my way to meet up with my friends. I appreciate the help, but I can leave the port on my own.
No can do, mister. It's way too late. You won't find anyone at Starskiff Haven. If your friends made it out, then they'll already be in the safe zone. No need to worry. You'll see them when we get there.
Aren't you going to take my name too?
miss?
You already said it when we were busy fighting. Something.
Lo Cha!
Is that right?
I remember it.
Let's go. Stay close, you two. Cloud Knight's Fu Xuan will guarantee your safety. Oh, one more thing. I need you to write your names down later. I don't know too many characters. I might make a mistake.
Message not sent? Why not?
Long-range communication technology is still improving. Perhaps the presence of the Stellaron is affecting signal transmission.
Doesn't seem like it. Everything else is working fine. See?
In that case, it looks like someone wants to make things difficult for us. Since Kafka's here, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be that Stellaron Hunter hacker girl's handiwork.
When it first opened, the Petrichor Inn had another name.
Oh, you've arrived. I like your sense of humor, benefactors. Of course I'm happy to see you. When things settle down, I might even get promoted for catching a Stellaron Hunter. Stargazer Navalia is governed by the Artisanship Commission. It took me a while to sort out our paperwork. I got a sense of the situation on my way back. Just like at Cloudford, Stargazer Navalia's Meridian Pin has malfunctioned. The checkpoint there is abandoned, and the garrison is scrambling to locate the Stellaron. With monsters wreaking havoc and the night scattered, Stargazer Navalia has become a perfect place for the suspect to hide out.
So we've got a bunch of monsters to deal with, an IPC Most Wanted Stellaron Hunter to catch, and we have to do all that on our own without reinforcements? Fair enough. This isn't our first rodeo. I was just making small talk. Never mind the details.
I wouldn't say you're entirely on your own. When you're ready, let's get going. Shall we, my benefactors? Now what's a hunt without a hound? Kafka is still at large, and the Skyfaring Commission wants this problem to go away. I made a few calls and managed to procure this from the Artisanship Commission, perfect for hunting down suspects.
Aw, he's so cute! I mean, what can he do exactly? Are we gonna set him loose on Kafka?
Yes and no. This is D-Ting, a bionic dog developed by the Artisanship Commission. He has all the 5 senses of the Foxian race and takes them to another level. Be it tracks or scent, as long as he uncovers a trace, he'll follow it all the way to the end. All we need to do is look for any trace left by Kafka. It doesn't matter how good she is at hiding, D-Ting will find her. But before we get started, let's play with his settings a bit and get him ready. To begin with, let's set him to scent detection mode. Tell D-Ting to follow the scent of my perfume and see what he can do.
We need to follow these sparkly traces to find Miss Ting Yun, right? She's not in a hurry, that's for sure. Playing hide and seek with us while Kafka's still at large?
From inside the pilot house came the general's...
Traces. Where did they go? Is Di Ting malfunctioning? Got it. He says the wind is too strong here at the port, so it's not easy to follow the scent. That's just the psychic bond between cute girls and cute puppies.
Using the environment to hide her traces. Our girl from the Skyfaring Commission sure knows how to put up a challenge. Let's look around and see if we can find any other clues.
Or we could ask around? Look how busy this place is. Someone must have seen Miss Ting Yun. That's not cheating, right? We're just collecting intel.
Just get stabbed?
Miss Ting Yun must have left us these clues, right?
Deeding should be able to pick up her traces now.
Can I have this one? Oh, actually, that one. Wait, maybe one of those.
Me. Di-Ting's quite handy when it comes to tracking, isn't he? If you pick up traces of Kafka in Stargazer Navalia, just switch him on. Don't let her escape. Who'd have thought that Stargazer Navalia might become so quiet? Long were the nights when the clangor of hammers rose to meet the stars. People used to write poems about the shipwrights here. The Luofu relies on the star skiffs produced here to transport people and goods. Now that work in the shipyard has stopped, our internal transport and outbound flights might also grind to a halt. Of course. The silver lining is, I don't have to go on as many trips anymore.
You don't seem to worry too much about the Xianzhou, Miss Ting Yun.
I wouldn't say that. A good businesswoman doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. Besides, the Alliance has weathered plenty of challenges. We can handle this situation. Just to warn you, if we do run into Kafka, you'll have to do the fighting benefactors. I'd love to help, but there's very little I can do except cheer you on from the sidelines. Not a lot of people out there could have fought the Mara struck like you did. I'm only a civil servant. I can't imagine what Kafka would do to me if I were caught in the fray. We Foxians don't live as long as the Xianzhou locals, but I still want to enjoy the 100-odd years I've got left. You'd do the same in my shoes, wouldn't you? Besides, the Madam Helmmaster simply asked me to assist you in navigating around Starskiff Haven. It's no different to any other diplomatic mission or delegate reception. I was never much of a fighter, and I'm not one for risking my life either. Getting Di-Ting into your hands is already beyond the realm of my job description.
I'll definitely be putting in a few words next time we meet Yukong.
Understood. We won't put you out of your comfort zone, Miss Tingyun. When we run into Kafka, we'll do the fighting, and the capturing, for that matter. Thank you for showing us the way.
Before D-Ting can start tracking, you'll have to feed him some leads. If Kafka is hiding in Stargazer Navalia, she'll have left behind traces. Let's spread out and look for them. Leave no stone unturned. Shards of a Cloud Knight's weapon. Something really sharp caused this.
It must have been Kafka. She's got a scary sword.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I hope I helped.
Look, D-Ting found a strange...
Let me see. Slender fingers, but strong. This hand belongs to a killer.
There's a note here, too. Take your fancy, there's a reward inside. Why do I get the feeling we're not the ones doing the hunting?
It seems like Kafka predicted our every move. Stay alert, all of you. We could be walking into a trap.
What's this? It looks like clay.
Mr. Yang, any idea?
I think it might be shipbuilding material left over from the assembly line, though I can't tell exactly what the substance is. I don't think it's connected to Kafka.
Is that a grenade? What's that on the side? It's lipstick. A small something for the lost. She's clearly taunting us.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I hope I helped.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Look out! Who's next?
What's this?
A jade seal used by the shipwrights. It opens various passages. It looks like someone used it and then destroyed it. Possibly Kafka?
We should have enough clues here to get D-Ting on the move.
No time to lose. Let's give him the scent and let him lead the way.
A pointless struggle.
Will of preservation!
Stay back, Clara. Merciful Medicus!
Help me, Mr. Sora! Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past!
Nap time.
Hit! Land! Forward!
Hide! Mission command! Mission command!
Secret of the safe!
Annihilate!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies! Illusions of the past!
Nap time.
Land! Forward! A miracle! Immortality means forever!
Eliminating threat!
Help me, Mr. Storm! Disappear among the sea of butterflies! Illusions of the past!
Mission command! Mission command!
Nap time.
Hit!
Hide!
We should have enough clues here to get Deeding on the move.
No time to lose. Let's give him the scent and let him lead the way.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies! Illusions of the past!
We should have enough clues here to get Deeding on the move.
No time to lose. Let's give him the scent and let him lead the way.
I think we've rounded up all our suspicious clues. But did Kafka leave them behind on accident? Or on purpose?
She sure did put a lot of work into this gag, and I think we're the punchline. Making us run around like jerks? I bet she's loving this. I can almost hear her whispering, "Come and get me." Oh, why don't you go and marry her, huh?
Don't forget, she's on the IPC's most wanted list, a fugitive that nobody can seem to pin down. And now we've become her prey while she stalks us in the shadows. Let's go, benefactors. Time is of the essence. We must be close.
sharp scythe needs targets. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
That's better.
Not a scratch.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. A sharp scythe needs targets.
Another chest, another handprint. Has this woman got nothing better to do?
A little cheese for the rats in the maze?
Rats? Oh, she's playing games with us. I hate her.
Time well spent.
among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. A sharp scythe needs targets.
The scent. Where did it go?
When the trace of the hunted disappears, the hunter better think twice. It might mean the tables have turned.
Kafka! These Cloud Knights aren't Mara struck. What did you do to them?
Just a little persuasion to get them to listen to me. But you know all about that already, don't you? What a hassle. This place is too far for the diviner. See you up ahead.
I'm okay.
Don't mess with me.
Nap time.
I'm not afraid of you.
Hide.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Tara.
Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward!
Quick! Don't let her escape!
March, not so fast!
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Hit! Annihilate.
Nap time.
Hide. Stay back, Clara.
Help me, Mr. Tara. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Mission command.
Lance! Forward!
I'm okay.
Mission command. Eliminating threat. Stay back, Clara.
Time well spent. Time well spent. among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. A sharp scythe needs targets. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
So close and yet so far. You'll have to pick up the pace.
There's no way through here. We need to think of a way to cut her off.
Don't worry about locked doors, benefactors. We can use the conveyor belts.
disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. A sharp scythe needs targets. Time well spent. Time well spent. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Time well spent. Enemies ahead. Up for a scrap? Great. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Fight is fun!
among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Yeah!
Can we talk?
Lance! Forward!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. I'm okay. Nap time.
Stretch.
I'm okay. That's better.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. A sharp scythe needs targets. Time well spent.
Welcome, Astral Expressors. Looks like you caught me.
Admit it, Kafka. You planned for us to come here.
I didn't plan anything. It was the future. We interfere on countless future possibilities and make the best future a reality. You speak too highly of us, Welt. The Stellaron Hunters are merely Destiny's slaves.
Best future? Best for who? As if you'd consider anyone but yourself.
If I said best for the universe, would you believe me? Best for me, naturally.
We're taking you to see the General of the Luofu. You can profess your innocence all you like, but the General will decide your fate.
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. I can't stand moving at someone else's pace. We don't have much time. If I were you, I'd make a move before it's too late.
Ready?
Feeling a little dizzy?
What a headache.
Naughty child.
Don't mess with me. Who's next? I'll end your misery. I'll free you from your chain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Not so fast. See you later.
Time for a shot. Now.
I'm on guard.
What a headache.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Zoning out. I can help. Oops.
friends. 1,000 wonders to raise your fight as
one! Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Finally.
Rudimentary. Your every move has been foreseen by the Omniscia. Fu Xuan, Divination Commission. I'll be taking the criminal from here. Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. This is our first encounter. Though given that I have encountered you in foresight, perhaps I should say the second. I am Fu Xuan, Master Diviner at the Divination Commission and one of the 6 charioteers. Far-flung friends ought to be received with fine wine. But alas, the heavens, earth, and body are not aligned for such an occasion. You'll allow for a postponement of the usual formalities, I trust? We should begin with the matter at hand.
What the actual heck is she saying?
If the method of my speech is offensive to you, you need but say.
We received an assignment from General Jing Yuan to arrest the Stellaron Hunter. Thank you, Diviner, for coming to our aid, but we must escort the fugitive to the General.
Essential. I hold a proclamation from the General here if you care to see. Upon detaining the Stellaron Hunter, questioning and all further arrangements are to be undertaken by the Divination Commission.
Did the General just spare us a walk with Kafka? I knew he was a good guy.
Understood. However, the General promised that all intel would be shared with us. We have a right to know anything that Kafka divulges.
Oh? That guy. Can I go one day without him throwing me under the...
We won't make things any more complicated than they need to be. We just want to listen in on the questioning.
Very well. Urgency demands fluidity. The 3 of you shall accompany me to the Divination Commission.
Can't we do the questioning here? The Stellaron Hunters are slippery. What if she makes a break for it?
While I am here, she will not escape. Only the Divination Commission has the methods to make her talk and bring the truth to light. The time has arrived. We must depart. Please proceed.